What's good, Chaotic Nation? It is your boy Chaos here, and today I'm bringing you the follow-up video from last week. If you guys didn't go check that out, make sure you guys go back and check out my top 10 best and favorite features from Pokemon Sword and Shield. But this week, we are having to bring you the top 5 worst ones. I didn't have enough to make a 10 video, so I only came up with about 5, and I have an honorable mention in this one too, so that's how we're going to be filling this one. I'm glad there's not as much to complain about with this game as there was with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but, you know, each game has their own different quirks and their own different styles and things like that, so, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this game decides to be, and let me know, obviously, guys, if you like this game or not, what's wrong with it, what needs changed, what do you really like about it. Feel free to do that in either video, leave it in the comment section, please let me know how you feel. It'd be great to hear about you. Just want to let you guys know, some of these ideas were brought to me by my Twitch chat. Thank you guys. Make sure you go over to twitch.tv/chaos6 to follow my Twitch account where I live stream roughly about twice or 3 times a week, depending on how busy I am that week. And you can check out some awesome content in Pokemon Sword and Shield over there. Let's get into this video. So let's get chaotic. Here we go. Number 5, we got the dens. So I'm not mad at max raid battles. I'm going to clarify that right off the bat. I feel like a lot of this video can be taken out of context, so please have the volume on. But I feel like the dens are just really weird. As someone who's tried to hunt I've tried to hunt a G-Max Duraludon, I've tried to hunt a G-Max Flapple. I have not been able to find those things because in the dens, it's really weird and time consuming. Because when you get a beam in a den, you have to battle that Pokemon. You don't have a chance to not battle it. You can't just be like, clear the den. You have to actually battle the Pokemon. Now, this is a minor thing. Yeah, I understand they're trying to get you to explore the different dens, explore different things about the game, and honestly find some interesting different Pokemon in the dens. But as someone who's trying to hunt a specific Pokemon like the G-Max Duraludon, like, just let me find the mon I want. Let me skip it. That's what I want to ask. That's all I ask. Let me skip it. Moving on to number 4, we have the weather exclusive Pokemon. Now, Sword and Shield is no stranger to having exclusive Pokemon hidden in different routes and different things like that. They have a lot of places in the wild area to explore. But the thing and the fact of the matter is, every Pokemon in here has a weird chance to spawn depending on what weather it is, because each different section of the wild area gets a different weather. Some Pokemon can only be found in a certain area and under a certain weather condition. So, in order to find those Pokemon, if you want to complete your decks, or if you just want to find and use them, you will have to either go to that spot, hope it's the right weather, and hope you can find it, even if it is it could be like a 1% encounter. But if not, then you have to save your game, change the date, come back into the game, see if it's the right weather, go out, change the game. You have to do that process until you get the right weather, and then you have to find your Pokemon. So it's really annoying in that fact. I wish there was like a way that you could, I know some of the fan games have ways that you can change the weather. That would be a really cool way to, you know, get your weather exclusive Pokemon in the game. Otherwise, right now it's just really difficult and tedious to try to complete that dex because you have to run around the wild area so much to try to find exclusive mons. So my tip to you, if you're playing through the game, if you're just starting out, or if you're getting it for Christmas, make sure you catch every single Pokemon in the wild area the first time you go through it, because it's going to change the next time you get there. So, you know, definitely catch them all the first time, and then you can catch them the second time, and, you know, if you do it that way, you're going to be able to get your decks completed a lot faster. Next up is number 3, and we have the mass release feature. So, Pokemon Sword and Shield has gotten rid of the mass release feature in the Pokemon box. Now, this might not be a big concern to a lot of people, but for people like me who are shiny hunters, especially if you do Masuda method, it's not fun, because you have to go through literally every single mon that you've hatched. So, for instance, my shiny Darumaka that I got in the game was a 484 encounter mon. So I had to go through the box and delete 483 Darumakas by hand. That was 43 times going into the inventory, clicking it, hitting release, hitting OK, and then going through every single box I had full of them. It is really annoying and really tedious for people who are Masuda methoding, who are hatching a bunch of eggs to try to go through the boxes that they've got for the release of their Pokemon. Like, if they have a mass select button, why is there not a mass release button? So my hope is when they update the game eventually, update it so you have the mass release feature in there. It just makes the lives of people like me easier. Also, if you have a boss Pokemon you don't want, you can just trade them out that quickly. It's really easy and really good for a way to, you know, make the game go faster, make you not have to sit there and delete everything in the box, because it's so bad. It is so bad. I feel bad for people who have gone longer than I have with Masuda methods, because they're gonna have to release a lot of mons. And the thing is, people are like, why don't you just wonder trade them away? You know, you get a Pokemon back. That's the issue. You know, maybe if we had something that I'm gonna be talking about in my next topic, maybe it wouldn't be such a big issue. Speaking of the next thing, we're moving on to number 2, Y-Comm and GTS. Boys, they did not include the GTS. What's wrong with you guys? GTS is the best feature they've ever introduced in Pokemon, in one of my opinions. Well, it's one of the best, not the best. But like, seriously, they don't have a GTS. It makes it impossible to touch trade. It makes even getting that dex even more difficult, because you can't just go, hey, I need this mon, so I'm going to give you this one. Please trade me for it. Because people will help you out. Like, I remember going through Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and that was the way I completely destroyed my decks. Because you would go into GTS, you would put a mon up. If it was something that was common, you could literally go in, exit, come back in, and your mon would be traded. Like, it was that quick. But with this, you have to find people who have a living dex, ask them to trade with you, trade back and forth all your mons, so you can get it done. And then, you know, it's just really bad. It's really bad. So, and Y-Comm feature honestly is really interesting as well. I think it's a cool way. I like how they did it instead of like the PSS system. It was a cool alternative, since it was, you know, use the Y button. It makes sense. I like the idea of it. But the thing that they failed to do is, like, the connectivity of this thing is really jank. It feels like I've been online and I feel like I haven't found anybody doing things, even though I totally see like 20 other streamers streaming, you know, Pokemon content, and none of them are online. Also, I see my friends online, and I don't see any of their activities either. So sometimes the Y-Comm is a little jank and a little messed up. It's also like when you get into a match, like when you go for a max raid and people try to jump in with you, it will disconnect you really quickly. Like, it will not let you join for stupid reasons. So you have to like reset your internet, come back in, and then by that time the match has already started or the party's already full and you can't join. So like, it's really annoying. It really needs fixed. Like, it's a good idea in practice, but the fact that it's so difficult to do anything with it, it's not fun. I mean, a lot of people have resorted to putting codes on like raids, putting codes on their matches and trades, because that's just how it is. Honestly, even getting into a raid next to somebody you're sitting to, like if I had a person sitting right here, like it would be really impossible for us to get into a raid together unless we put a code on it, because that's just how it works. So, you know, that's how it works. It needs to be fixed. It really just needs to take a look at it, build it up a little bit. It's a good idea. It's a great feature. It just needs to work. That's the thing. So if it worked, it would be better, and that's what I want to say. Next up, we have the honorable mention for the pick. As I said, I had a few choices that I wanted to add into this, but I wanted to make this a top 5 video instead of a top 10, since I didn't have that much content. So honorable mention, because that's a number now, is Team Yell. And the reason I'm not against Team Yell. I think they're cool. I like their aesthetic to, you know, be Marnie's cheerleaders, basically. I think that's a good feature. I think that's really nice. They do that well. But the thing is, they don't do anything else. They do literally nothing else. I feel like, without giving the spoilers away, I'm just going to be a little bit vague here. So if you play the game, you probably know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it might be a bit confusing. But I feel like there's really no evil team in this game. Like, Team Yell's a pseudo evil. They're not really an evil team. They're just kind of like these annoying bunch of people they gotta fight. It's like basically your rivals back in like Gen 6. That's what they are to me. It's like, oh, you gotta fight them. They also use them as roadblocks a lot. Like, literally, you can't go somewhere because Team Yell's doing something stupid. That's why. Like, they've had better roadblocks than a couple ruffians making noise and stuff. Come on, you can do better than that. I just feel like the storyline with these guys aren't really that great. Yes, they're cool in the whole Dark Gym Town, and they're also really cool in the whole Marnie storyline. Like, the first interaction is probably the only interaction I would like with them. That's probably the best one. The rest of them are just kind of just like, yeah, we're just here. That's kind of what it is. Just like we wanted to have an evil team. So, you know, I feel like they really should have put an evil team in the game. That's what this game's really missing for me. And you know, that's why this pick is ultimately here. It's not that I don't like Team Yell. It's just I feel like they substituted for the evil team, and that makes me not like them a little bit. And I just wanted to talk about it here, so that's why it's on the list. And finally, number 1, y'all been waiting for it. We got Hop. Oh boy, I'm gonna get so slammed for this one. Oh no, I know what's gonna happen. All right, so Hop is on this list, and not because he's a bad rival. I actually think Hop is a really good rival. It's a great mix of like Barry. Someone put it this way: it's a great mix of like Barry and Blue. Like I like the mix. He's a really cool rival, interesting, great character development. I think the storyline with Leon is great. Why do I not like him? Why is he the number 1 pick on this list if he's so good and everything? He talks all the time, like all the time. He won't shut up, dude. He just sits there. Oh, you know type matchups. Oh, lucky you would get a critical hit. Oh, I got this mon and I'm gonna use this strat. I'm gonna kick your face in. Like, dude, we get it. You want to be hip and cool. You want to talk about the game. I like how you're like trying to throw commentary. Be a Pokemon commentator. Don't be a trainer, dude. Don't be my rival if you're gonna do that. Like, I just want to play the game. And honestly, the hot dialogue just look. Honestly, people who have started to speedrun the game will, when they do the first battle with Hop, where you have the type advantage, they will not use the super effective move just to skip that dialogue because it takes so long. Like, that's obviously an issue, guys. That's obviously an issue. Why do they have to put them in there? Like, put that stuff in post stuff. Like, it's cool. Like, oh, hey, I mean, the nods are like, oh, you're a Pokemon trainer. You've done this before. No, don't do that. Don't make us self-aware that we've played the game before. We know we've played the game. You don't have to tell us we've played the game. Like, come on. And again, it's not that Hop's a bad rival. He's actually probably a pretty good one. Probably one of the better ones out there. But the fact that he just talks all the freaking time makes me want to punch him in the face. I'm kidding. That's a little hasty. I hate battling him because of that. That's the only thing I hate about it. Like, I love battling him as a character if he didn't talk. But he talks all the time. And oh boy, it's annoying. Like, bringing out the last one, that's fine. If you're gonna bring out your ace, okay, cool, this is my ace, boom, go. While the animation's going, don't just be like, close up, hey, I'm gonna do this, boom, back out. Does the action. It's like, you're just wasting time. Like, I just want to play this game. Stop slowing me down. And that's my top 5 worst Sword and Shield new features. Guys, let me know what your least favorite features of this game is in the comment section down below. Also, feel free to let me know what you think of my list. If you hate me for dissing your boy Hop, you know, feel free to let me know in the comment section. I would ask you to keep it respectful, even though I kind of didn't, but you know, just let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below as well. And also check out last week's video where I did the top 10 best Sword and Shield features. So definitely go check that one out if you haven't seen it. If you come from that one, hey, thanks for coming out and watching the worst features. Hope you enjoyed this one as well. And guys, feel free to go check out the description down below and check out all the links. As you can see on the screen, you can go to my Discord, Twitter, and Twitch. Join me over there, and you can see some more content coming out from me, whether that is just interaction with me or if it's streaming content on Twitch. Feel free. I would really appreciate it if you come check it out. But that's all I got for this episode. That's all I got for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, if you enjoyed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time for some more Pokemon content. So until then, my name is Chaos, and I'm signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up.